Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I don't need a fancy suit and coat and background and reading from a script. I just shoot here. I've been doing this for 50 years and I tell you everything you need to know about the subject in 5 minutes. I do these videos for, oh, by the way, I did work at IRS for a decade. I've worked over 10,000 cases. Many of you have seen me on the news, and that's why you've come to my YouTube channel. You can look at my whole team of former IRS agents that I have, and we have over 250 years of direct IRS work experience. I do these videos for 3 reasons. I love to give you insider information on YouTubes that I do from IRS. I don't want you to get ripped off. There's a lot of people getting ripped off. I'm going to talk about that today, and some of my videos are very informative and educational and will help you make decisions. Many people, I've got many comments that people have worked cases and done what I said, and they worked out quite well. I do appreciate those comments. I will ask you for a subscription at the end. Just that's it. That's my only advertising. Anyway, what I want you to listen to me, please. You've got to stop believing the ads that you see on television, on the radio, on Instagram, on Facebook, and every vertical that exists. This phone here gets so many. I bet you I get 8 calls a week on people who have been ripped off. Then they finally go on YouTube, they find somebody like me, doesn't have to be me, and they know the truth. These ad companies want you to believe that if you owe over $10,000, give them a call. You're going to get either penalty relief, IRS tax relief, and all that stuff. There's tax debt forgiveness calls. You're flooded with this. As a matter of fact, if you have a federal tax lien file, you're going to get besieged by calls of lead generation companies wanting to pick your business up. Let me tell you that last year IRS only accepted 15,000 offers and compromise from everybody in the business for tax debt forgiveness. Myself, I taught the offer and compromise program there with a pen like this. I would accept offers and deny offers. Peter Salinger of my team has worked over 2,500 offers. He was an offer specialist at IRS, managed an offer group. We are probably 2 of the leading authorities in offers and compromise probably in the country. Peter has a storied career with IRS. I'm lucky to have picked him up. Anyway, the heart of what I'm telling you is when you see these ads and you call, I want you to know what's happening. You're speaking usually to a salesman on 90% of these calls. A salesman is going to pick up the call. They're going to assess how much they can get from you, then they try to sign you up, they put in notes, and then they send this case back to somebody in the back to work this case, the back room. The back room has to be comprised of 1 of 3 people, either an enrolled agent, a CPA, or an attorney. Many times that work is subbed out to people where the lead generation gets it. They call a company, they buy your lead, your information you gave them probably will be sold for $100 to some firm that will pick you up and start going ahead and working your case. What you have to know is if you owe IRS debt, what you must do is you must speak to the person who's going to work your case. If you don't, you're just absolutely batshit crazy. You must speak to the person who's handling your case and not a salesman. You have to speak to a former IRS agent who knows what they're doing, an enrolled agent, a CPA, or a tax attorney. Why? Those are the only people that are licensed to practice before the Internal Revenue Service. So if you're talking to anybody else, they're not working your case. You need a true assessment on your case. How is the only way you're going to get an assessment, okay? The only way you're going to get an assessment, listen to me, is by a person looking at the financial statement that's going to go into IRS. These people have these forms and they ask you questions and they're making these assessments. There are too many other questions at IRS. When we look at your case for free, we look at your 433A. That's the one the revenue officers use, and it also acts as a teaching guide for the taxpayer or a client to understand what's going on. So here's what you have to do. When you call a person, you want to find out who the person is. Is that the person working your case? Based on the facts, okay, based on the facts of your case, what is the most likely result? How many cases, in fact, have they worked? That's really, really important. And many times, I would tell you to Zoom the person to see if you even want to use them if they know what they're doing. Anyway, you heard it from me. If you're going to hire someone, do the things that's what we do at our firm. I have to look at your financial statement or I'm not going to work your case because I don't know if I'm going to be successful. I hope this information was good for you. If it was, please give me a subscription because YouTube thrives on subscriptions. It lets us know we're doing a good job. So I really appreciate that. You're welcome to leave comments. You may not have liked my hat, whatever the hell. I get all sorts of comments, but you're welcome to leave one. If you want me to do a YouTube on something, I'll do that. Anyway, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it.